I'm trying to I figure maybe if I get up earlier and I try to train like that versus, because like the only problem with training is that I can't really focus because it's been a long day. I got a lot running through my mind. I got class running through my mind and stuff like that, and then I'll be having to work right after. And then there'll be a lot of people in the gym around this time, and I don't feel like I'm in the space yet where I can like flow just yet. So I gotta get back to just grinding it out. And then once I feel back into the swing of things, maybe I can work out at a later time. But not rebuilding confidence, but rebuilding confidence, because I feel like it's not been a minute. It just feels, it's gonna feel strange getting back to it. So that's the story behind that. So I got 5 thingies of oatmeal in here, peaches and cream. I normally mix it with the strawberry, but we're gonna do that and we're gonna head to the gym. So I'm gonna see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so despite not benching for the longest, I still feel like 275 was like, I feel like 275 was gonna be one of those weights where it's always like just a little sprinkle of, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna do 285. I'm gonna do 295 instead. What I was afraid of is fatigue catching up to me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If anything, I could just do a top set of 295 and then just drop back to 275, 285 and finish off my sixes like that. So I'm gonna get some tape for the bottom of my camera because I'm cheap, and yeah, because the thing's falling apart. So we're gonna get some tape and then we're gonna get started. All right, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so we benching something simple, something easy. I don't know why I'm talking like I took like a year off. I took 3 years off from lifting when it was just a week. But honestly, that week, it really just felt like a lot was going on. You know, I don't know how many of you guys watching this are in college, but it's like you put so much pressure on yourself to do better, and it just creates like this pool of stress, you know. I did well last semester. I just got one bad grade and it just ruined my whole GPA. And so I'm really dialed in, really focused on just doing better. And I guess when I saw how much work I was doing and, you know, me trying to do it all at once, it kind of just, not necessarily how much work, but, you know, studying and everything, how much studying I was going to have to do, and, you know, going back and forth between another job. Well, I wouldn't even call it another job. It's more like a shadowing type deal yet. But just going back and forth between that and closing late at Campus Rec, it kind of just, you know, it kind of just all fell down on me all at once. And I'm just like, dang, I was really going through it. So this week, this is Monday, by the way. This is early Monday morning, if you guys don't know. I just decided to come in early in the morning and get my workout in. I did all of my upper body work that I was gonna do, all my pressing, whatever my pressing consisted of. But it's just, you know, better strategy, you know, eating, because a lot of people, especially in college, they forget to eat, they forget what time it is, because they just focus on getting stuff done. Like some people, I've heard many people say, I don't have time to eat, and that's real. Like most of the times you don't have time to eat, and if you want to sleep, you don't eat, and if you want to sleep, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? And so just balancing everything and coming up with a game plan is really going to help me, you know, dialing everything. Oh, I've been counting calories too. Shout out to Brian. I'm at 3,200 a day. It's not much. 500 carbs, 158 grams of protein, and 69 to 71 fat. And so believe it or not, I'm still having a hard time actually getting to 500 carbs, but you know, I gotta push it. I gotta stay in the surplus
And I feel like, I stay in the surplus. I keep feeding my body, giving it what it needs. And dang, that boy was grinding like clips and all of them, for real. But yeah, if I keep grinding like I'm supposed to, then everything's gonna happen. But I'm just happy with the way the bench session went, honestly. Like, my shoulders been bothering me. I went to Elite Performance Chiropractic, and he snapped me up and did some ART work. I'm supposed to go back again Friday. When you guys see this though, it's gonna be Wednesday, and I'll be deadlifting. And I'll probably have to upload it from somewhere else because of the fact that my Wi-Fi is down in my room. But yeah, so things are just, I feel like things are making a turn for the betterist. You got to use words like that to really get your point across, because people listen to stuff like that. People listen to ignorance. So you got to do things for the betterist and what's betterist for you. Remember that. So great bench workout, but you thought I was finished? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Nah.
All right, so bench press went extremely well. I'm just happy that I made a smart decision. I didn't want to miss any reps at all, help with my confidence. And, the first time back benching in a minute. So I feel way better about lifting. I feel way better about bench. And as I don't know if you saw, but I slowed the tempo down. Instead of just trying to bang it out, I was able to focus really on pressing with my pressing muscles versus just trying to get it. And so, yeah, technique, form is important. And so now we about to get ready to squat. This pre-workout still got me a little scared because like my heart, and all I had was oatmeal. If you're taking pre-workout, don't take it on a full stomach. You gotta like eat just a little bit. And so now we about to go and squat, and we about to see what's up with that. And we're not gonna miss any reps either, so let's get it.
Shout out to Salt Bay. He out here sprinkling salt on everybody meat worldwide. Wait a minute. Pause. I said pause. Bruce, I said pause, because I know he's going to try to come for me. But anyways, here we are with the squats. Now, I noticed that a good warm-up is like crucial, because the warm-up before the warm-up, like before you get under the bar, whether it be glutes, that was too much, because I was doing 455. I'm sorry to cut myself off. I was doing 455 before I took this break. I should have did a simple light deload, did something until next week, which is this week, but instead I just didn't do anything, and now everything feels extremely heavy. I don't know how long it's going to be before I get my strength back. I know it's quick, but I want to read about, why does that happen exactly, even after just a week. And so, but I'd end up doing, basically, I started at 375, and I just added 5-10 pounds every set for sets of 8, and everything felt dope. But yeah, back to what I was saying, the warm-up before the warm-up. So like, I went to the chiropractor and my glute med was off on my left leg. So that's a part of your butt, your glutes, and it wasn't firing like it was supposed to. Now, tip, if you like, okay, test, if you lay on your side, put your foot up facing the ceiling, and you lift it, do it like 12 times. If that joint starts burning like no other, just try to use your abductors. If it burns like no others, then that means you haven't really been using it. And so I feel like me, staying on top of that, really taking time with my warm-up, making sure everything's working, is really going to be key for me being healthy. Another thing, just staying super upright and controlling that descent. One thing I do when I'm fatigued, I'll just drop into I'll just dive bomb. And I'm not a dive bomber guy. I noticed that when you have like a slower, more controlled descent, it don't have to be slow, but more controlled descent, you can really power out the bottom. Same thing with a bench. I noticed that when I started slowing it down, I could really focus on using all the muscles involved in the lift versus just hoping that I can just, what I'm saying? Not to say that there's not a time for that, but I'm just trying to, perfect my technique, do things right, and making sure I'm executing. So I really felt it in my glutes, guys. For some reason, I don't really get sore too often in my glutes, but when I really took my time to warm up, and I really squeezed my glutes, like boom, hips forward, squeeze. I don't know if you guys ever heard this cue before. Flex your quads. It sounds strange, but if you think about it, like Silent Mike talks about it a lot in the deadlift, and I tried it before and it made so much sense. Like, as not flex, but like I'm about to try to talk PT because it's weird, because in class flexion and extension is not the same as flexing to show a muscle, but in this instance, we're talking about flexing your quads to make them show. So if you think that it's gonna, reinforce a better motor pattern. Another thing I was trying to do is really drive my back hard into the bar. And like I said, keep that upright torso, keep my chest high. But the tighter you squeeze your back, you're gonna notice how much more stable you are. That's why I really like lifting with a belt, because I know that when I take my time and breathe every single rep. Why did I put the camera angle out here? I just thought it was like a cinematic type thing. But I noticed that when I really brace hard, the lift is easy. It's just my legs. So sometimes you gotta feel it out. You can't just do a movement and expect, like, you can do biceps. You can hit some biceps and do some super heavy weight and feel it, but it ain't nothing like, going through the motion and really controlling that weight. A lot of people don't really like eccentrics like that, because it hurts, but it hurts good. It's the reason why it hurts so good. And so I feel like you're really gonna get the most muscle activation, the most muscle growth through really taking your time to feel your way through it. Like even with these squats, they were heavy. They weren't heavy, but they were like, I could have done 12, but the way I was doing it, I could really feel everything firing off, and that's something that I can really look forward to doing more often in my training. Alright guys, now we got accessories. Now I chose these accessories because I've used them before and I've really seen a quick difference when I started doing them consistently. And basically, you want to choose like maybe 1 or 2 movements after that'll supplement that movement. And for this today, I chose the floor press. Helps you with the top portion of the lift. I did sets of 8 and then I did sets of 5 with the slingshot. And sometimes it hurts for me to do triceps close grip on a flat bench, so I did it from the floor and I widened out my grip just to see what would happen. Also did the neutral grip shoulder press because it hits your tricep too, and I was paying attention to Omar Isuf. He did a whole video about shoulder press, trying to get my shoulder pressing and strength game up, and so I did it with the neutral grip to hit that tricep, and this burnt like no other. Even though I was only using 40s, I did leg press a lot because when I was doing leg press, it just helped, direct quad. And with a movement like this, you don't have to like overload it to the max. You just have to stimulate the muscle. 4 sets of 12, kept it simple, and I'll probably grow on that movement. Dumbbell skull crushers, Silent Mike and Lil Smokey was talking about supplemental movements and exercises for the bench press, and one of those things is bigger arms. So I'm really gonna pay attention to trying to get bigger arms. And so I'm gonna hit them triceps hard and those biceps hard. So that overhead dumbbell tricep extension and those skull crushers on the incline, y'all gotta start doing them, because I swear to Bob, your arms is going to burn. And look up occlusion training. I wrapped my wrist wraps around my arm as tight as I could, and I did a burnout. And then I took them off, and I didn't record it, but I did tricep rope pushdowns. And then I also got the dumbbell rolls for that back, for that stability. The bigger the back, the more stability you have. So guys, work that back. Don't play with these mows. You feel me? So that's what's up for today's workout. Well, that. All right, man. So I had to get out of there because I'm gonna show y'all, but I had to get out of here for a little bit because I just can't sit there the whole time, man. I had to get up. You just be talking, man. Golly. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to class, but I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm going through. Come on. Come on.
This is including by, actually the why they named Looney, because this is actually the name of the owner who suggested for this type of the procedure, the Mr. Looney. Anyone here, Steelers fan? Pittsburgh Steelers fan here? Actually, this guy, Mr. Looney, is the owner of the Steelers. And who's the head coach of the Steelers now? And he is Mike Tomlin, yeah, is the African American, yeah. So the guy actually hired Mr. Coach Tomlin about 7 or 8 years ago. But that's the total advantage by this.
Alright guys, hold on, let me get closer. I don't know if you can. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm actually almost about to finish it up now. I'm sore, I'm super sore. If you're ever gonna take a break, I feel like you should deload. And yeah, do that. Don't just stop doing it. And then another thing, I feel like, did I say anything about calories? No, I'm gonna say anything. I'm gonna say something anyway. If you're trying to gain muscle, if you're trying to get stronger, you're trying to get build, you're trying to put on muscle, you don't need to be worried about cutting. You don't need to be on IG looking at all these lean people and just assuming, oh man, I gotta get lean, summertime going around. No, you don't need to get lean because you don't have any muscles to get lean. So what you just need to do is you need to chill out, just worry about staying in a surplus, building muscle, especially if you're a young cat. And a lot of these dudes, they be trying to like flex and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, you're 132 pounds soaking wet. Eat some food and stay in the gym. I used to be 132 pounds soaking wet too. But you want to just keep on, be quiet. You want to just stay in the surplus. Even right now, I'm trying to stay in the surplus. I'm having a hard time getting to 500 carbs. Goodness, but you want to stay in the surplus. You just want to enjoy the process. It takes a minute. I'm on year 6. I'm 21 and I'm still going. But I just want to say that. So, and another thing, I hope you guys like the format of the video. I skipped straight to the lifting, and I don't know how many people want to hear like too informative stuff or, you know, college stuff. I don't know. So if you guys could give me some feedback on what you liked or what you would like to hear more of, and how I deal with stuff, then we can do that. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Do that. Do that for me. I want you to do that. I want you to subscribe. And I want you to go. I want you to get up right now, wherever you at. I want you to get your mom. Get her. If your mom not there, get your grandma, get somebody, get your dad, get your grandpappy. Get up and show them. Show me them. Show them to me. Show me to them. Show us together. And tell them to subscribe and like it and share it. But nah, I appreciate it for you guys for watching this. MuscleMan Marcus.